Yo, it's your boy Oso. Couple things real quick. One, for the people that have automatic political science degrees somehow and spouting all this rhetoric online, there is no one true candidate that is going to be great for us. As much has been done with President Barack Obama, it's still a lot of things that are seriously lacking in our society that government can fix. You can't take one person though and make them the champion of the people and not critique them. That's ignorance, pure ignorance. If you look at the people that are, well, like Bernie's the better candidate, Hillary shouldn't have won, it's a whole lot of backward stuff. Guess what, people? Most of the voting population, and this is people that can vote, that's already registered, not the people that should be registered in some people's opinion, but people that actually are registered to vote, you only get about 50% of those turning out. So this isn't to say that the other 50% don't have the same opinion as you or won't or will endorse a certain candidate, but look at what we're doing to ourselves. We're not voting as a general population. We're just not. So we need to fix that. How do you fix that? You help people get out and vote. You help people spread the word. If you're not doing that, then you're just doing this. You're talking. You're like a crying baby that's been fed, changed, and can't communicate effectively. All you're doing is whining. You're not helping the problem. A couple of my professors and a couple of my mentors in my life, they believe and have taught me a couple of things, like all the way from growing up from a kid. Don't present a problem without a solution. So we have a problem with people not voting. We used to have the Rock the Vote campaign in like the 80s, mid 80s, somewhere in there. We need to do it again. And as much as you can affect change in your little circle, that has kind of a ripple effect. Now to the other thing. I've also seen a lot of very negative posts, and believe it or not, I'm trying to keep this vlog short. I could be a little bit verbose sometimes. But another thing I've seen a lot on social media is these people aren't wanted, or I don't feel like I'm appreciated in my own country. It is true that society is messed up right now. Warnings that we got from like Aristotle, Socrates, it's in writing. This isn't a philosophy class, so I'm not gonna go there. But they warned us about democracy and how it turns out. It turns out to be what it is, an aristocracy, the rich people controlling things. That's just the way democracy, little d, works out. So as much as we are flawed, I want to make something very clear. The borders work both ways. They are arbitrary lines that let you know where one country ends or one state ends, one city ends, and so on. But they work both ways. So if you're not happy, go somewhere else. That simple, really. It's really that easy to do. If you cannot find yourself at peace with yourself, at peace with your circumstances, one, are you actually unhappy with your country, or are you unhappy with what you have done to make your situation better? A lot of times people find it easier to blame the big thing instead of just looking at it in the mirror. If you're fat, God didn't make you fat. A sedentary, unhealthy lifestyle made you fat. If you're broke, there's plenty of people out here that want to work, that every single day look for work and can't get work. You go to Home Depot, Lowe's in the morning, it's a bunch of Hispanic, Mexican, Latino, whatever the correct term is, I'm not sure honestly anymore. It's a bunch of Americans that will work every single day to put food on their family's table. It's work out here. It might not be the job you want, but it's a job. But again, if you don't like our country and the United States, if you feel that, oh, they're pressing on the black man or the black woman, the woman, leave. It's that simple. You don't have to be here. But if you are here, let's work together. Let's make change. Let's be an inspiration to somebody. I was raised by a single mom. By statistic standards, which are actually kind of skewed, but by statistic standards, I was supposed to be in jail. I was supposed to have a bunch of kids running around. Neither of those are the case. Why? because my mother was off her ass doing what she had to do to raise a young man. When I got grown, I had to make a decision. I could be a bum, live off a female, hustle, whatever, do stuff illegal. I chose a different route. We got to take responsibility. Whether it's voting, we don't like the way the voting turned out. 50% of us voters aren't voting. No, we cannot affect everybody, but that's the real deal. That's the honest truth. And if you don't like America, leave. If it's that bad for you, leave. Try it out somewhere else. Go to Canada, where it's a lot harder to live because of the rules. After you live here and you actually go to another country, it's a lot more strict. You can't just do what you do in America. Like, people light up the president or their leaders. Can't do that in other countries. Big things happen to you, like jail and all that. So, that's my little piece. I didn't feel like typing all this shit out on Facebook. I hope y'all have a good day. And this is not a negative thing, people, but we got to do better. We have to change. And the change starts with the person that you see in the mirror when you're looking right at them. Not the government, you. We change everything. Everything shouldn't change us. Be easy.